Happy Monday, everybody. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you are looking forward to a wonderful week. I am. It is week 12 of the school year. It is the last week of October. Next week is the first week of November, the last 2 months of the year. My birthday. I'm looking forward to celebrating my birthday. I'm going to be 49. And so I went for a walk on Saturday. And as I was walking, I realized that in making 49, on my birthday, I begin my 50th trip around the earth. And around the sun. And I said to myself, that's the title of a project. That is the title of a project. And so I thought to myself, I'm going to write a book. And the title of my book is going to be My 50th Trip Around the Sun, and just share my adventures in this 50th year. Because guys, I am looking forward to a fantabulous year, fabulous and fantastic together. I'm going to have a fantabulous 50th year around the sun. I claim it. It's going to happen. Adventure upon adventure. I'm going to tell you something. This weekend, I saw some events, and you know what? I said, in addition to me creating a project called My 50th Year Around the Sun, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a blog. I'm going to do all sorts of creative things. I'm feeling really excited about it. But I'm removing no and I can't from my vocabulary, because all too often when I see things that I want to do, I overthink it. I talk myself out of it, and I'm not doing that anymore. So I bought tickets to a concert this coming Friday on the 29th. Brian McKnight is going to be here in Dallas. I bought tickets for that. I dressed up on Sunday and I took myself to a movie. I'm like, I'm having my own date day. And I took myself to a movie and I had a great time. It was so funny because I bring my blanket because I'm always cold. And so I got in there and I was like, I hadn't had lunch. I bought myself a personal pan pizza. I bought me a small popcorn. I snuck my tea in my bottle, in my purse. Sat there, covered my legs with my cover, and watched The Harder They Fall and had a great time. Finally did the newsletter. Used to be the weekly newsletter. Looks like it's the monthly newsletter now, but I did it and I felt really good about the piece that I created for the staff. And just I had a wow, I don't know. I just feel like a load had been lifted off of me this weekend. I had the most beautiful conversation on Saturday with someone who is really, really dear to me, who I love with all my heart. And the conversation was just so fulfilling. It was honest. It was vulnerable. It was rewarding in so many ways. Whenever we talk about, who we are as people, who we are, in relationship to each other. We talk about past, present, future. We talk about movies. We talk about silly stuff. We talk about football. We talk about politics. We talk about the job. We talk about our families. And it's always time well spent. That's the way I think about it. When I do something and I say, did I have a good time? Was this fun? Was this good? Well, if I can say it was time well spent, then it was good, because I value my time. I think that my time is really, really valuable. I often say it's difficult to keep my attention. And I love to have conversations with people who teach me something and who are open and honest and authentic. And I just love being around people who have, just this life essence, that they love life. I love that. And so that was beautiful. And thank you so much for that conversation. And we talked about this one thing that I saw on Facebook. I guess it was Friday. And it was about relationships, and it broke it down into these 8 quadrants. And with these 8 quadrants or categories of behaviors. And it's so wonderful, so wonderful. It is in the email today. Definitely check it out. And I immediately reflected on the areas that I thought that I was really good in and the areas I wanted to work in. And it led me to choosing the virtue of the week as independence. And because I found that as it pertains to boundaries and respect, I have some work to do in those areas. And I share that in the email. I share my own personal reflection to help guide you through your reflection. So definitely check that out. And so anyway, it led me to choosing independence as our virtue of the week. And, in this virtue, it talks about not losing yourself and knowing who you are. And then today's message is think for yourself. I say to you all the time that you always have what you need at any given time. And I'm going to go back to the conversation that I had. I was talking about my job, and I said that, this year has been really difficult. And I've shared that with you, very, very difficult. And I said, but you know what? The job hasn't changed. The responsibilities of the job hasn't changed. I'm not really doing more than I've done before. The kids aren't as used to school because of the interruption of COVID. And so that part is more difficult. And we're terribly stressed out and tired from last year. So that's a little bit more difficult. But the only thing that's really changed is me and how I see the work. And I tell you to, keep your why in your forefront. And I say, I know my why. And, he pointed out to me, how much I always, celebrate when my kids come in and hug me and give me cards and say thank you. And I say, they still do that. I get compliments all the time from my students. I get hugs all the time. I get smiles all the time. It just doesn't impact me in the way that it normally does. And so I have to ask myself why, because it's not something outside of myself. It's something inside of myself. So I was like, I got to practice some gratitude, and I got to change my perspective, and I got to decide to get joy out of this no matter how difficult it is. Otherwise, it's not time well spent. And every day has got to be time well spent. When I was a classroom teacher, I used to tell my kids, when you lay your head on the bed at night, you gotta know that you lived your life to the fullest that day, because this day will never come again. Today, October the 25th, when we go to sleep tonight, this day will never come again. We will never have October 25th, 2021 again. And so we gotta make sure that all of our time is time well spent. We gotta stop putting off tomorrow to what we can do today. We gotta be joyful in everything that we do, and be thankful that we have the opportunity to do it. Because somebody didn't wake up this morning, y'all, and they'll never have the opportunity to do the things that we have to do, to love on the people in our lives, to say I love you, to be kind to ourselves and be kind to others. They'll never have that opportunity again. So don't waste these moments. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in your ability to make decisions. Be confident in your thinking. Be unique in your thinking. You are the only person who can bring you to a situation. There may be a lot of people that have similarities to you, but you are the only you in this world, and you are the only you that can bring you to a situation. And that is powerful. Don't ever give up your power, the power of who you are. So let's make this a powerful week of reflecting on independence. Let's make this a powerful week of being loving and kind, of believing in ourselves and believing in those around us. Let's make this a powerful week of connecting with people and having these moments that are time well spent. I hope that you are ready for a marvelous Monday. I hope that you are ready for a magnificent Monday. I hope that you are ready for Monday Night Football, because the Saints play tonight on Monday. I think I'm gonna get dressed up again and go find me a place to watch the game. I don't think I want to sit at home alone and watch the game. I think I'm gonna go out and get out with some people. I'm gonna, stop saying no and stop second guessing. Told you earlier that I bought a ticket to the Brian McKnight concert on Friday. A couple of months ago, I bought tickets to the Maze concert. I've never been to a Maze concert. That's in December. I've done some other things. I've said yes to some other things. I'm not saying no to myself anymore. I might say not now, but I'm stopped saying I can't. I'm going to start putting some effort into things that I've wanted to do, because time's not promised, guys. I'm coming up on the 50th journey around the sun, and I'm excited about that. I'm super, super excited about it. And I hope that you are as equally excited about this week and this day as I am about my 50th trip around the sun. Thank you guys for tuning in. I wish you a wonderful day. As always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and give the world the beauty of your smile. You feel better, you look better, and everybody around you has a better time when you're smiling. Take care.